Hello and welcome. As you can see, this is what we're going to be doing today. Is working on I'm going to be working on a game live with you, and you're going to watch me develop the game. So yeah, we'll just get everything set up and we'll go straight into it. Music is provided by NCS, non-copyrighted music. I'm just trying to get everything set up properly. The current resolution is so I'm just gonna see if I can fix this issue and then we should be good to go. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna get everything set up properly and then we should be ready to go. I think, has that fixed the issue? That is a question. Okay, I'm just gonna go with that. It should be fine. Okay. So hello, if you're just joining us. We're going to start off with I'm not entirely sure what the language is. I'll get everything set up and then we will begin. Okay. We will begin. So, right now, if you spawn into the game, there's no problem. It's all right. Right now, you spawn into the game, you get teleported onto this pad. We can show you the script that I've got for the spawn. So this is the kind of stuff working on. So we're going to start off by making, I think. Start off by making so the spawn into the game. We can give them. We're going to check if the players. So we're going to do a stats script. So stats script. There we go. Well, hello, and I'm good, thank you for asking. So we're going to start off with creating our data stores so we can store our stats. and then we're going to start off by giving the player stats, checking if the player is new to the game or if they're not new to the game, and then should be good. So say local data store equals game get service data store service. Okay. So now we're gonna get the players. We're gonna define a function. So I'm gonna say local player added. Let's say function player added, and we'll class that as player. Say game.players.player added connect player added. Yes, I am. So we're going to check to see if the player is going to be either new to the game or not new. This is not actually a second to get everything sorted out. Okay, there we go. So if the player is new to the game, I'm going to give them their folders and everything that they need for the game. So we're going to say local player ID, which is a key for this example, key equals player.user ID. Simple like that. So then we know that that's going to be their key. So what we're going to do is we're going to say if let me think. Okay, so we're going to say local data type equals data store get data store, and then we're going to give it a name, and this name is just going to be the I'm learning some stuff. Thanks. I'm glad you're learning. I'm going to say player.name. And what this is going to do is it's going to say I want this data store for this player's name. And then we're going to just go put a comma there, and we're going to say player dot okay, I'm just going to bring this down, and then we're just going to put key in here. Okay, so now we're going to say if data type is equal to nil. Okay, that's not nil. If it's equal to nil, then we're going to create their players folders. So we can go up here and create another function. Function create folders, and we're just going to say create folders, and we'll pass the player through so we can get the player up here. Player. Okay. Else, then we're going to give them all of their stuff. So we're going to say local function, and we're going to say give data. And then we have data to give. And then we can just put give data. And we'll also pass the the data to give through here. I'm just going to check that this works as well. So if we get data to give, we will. So we do that. Do data to give, which would be the data type. So we'll pass data type. And what we're going to do is we're going to say print player is not new. Loading their and then their data, and then we will do data to give. Simple as that. And then we'll just say print plr.name. I'll say is new. So now, if you watch the output here, you should see it should say player is new to the game. Let's see, we've got data to give. What we got there? Data to give. A user data value. So we attempt to concentrate local user data value. So okay. So what we're gonna do? A bit hard, but I say put in quotes. It never works. Do but like this, with no spaces. Right. I have messed up here, so I'm just going to start again, because sometimes starting again does actually help. So I'm just going to get rid of that, and we're just going to do it a simplified way than doing that, because that was a lot, to be honest with you, and it wasn't efficient. So when the player joins the game, we're going to check to see. Okay, so yeah, I won't do it. So we're going to have a dictionary. So we're going to say local files equals, and now we're going to have all of the files in here. So we're going to say leader stats. Okay, so when the player is added, we're going to create a folder. So a local folder equals instance.new folder. And we'll parent that to the player. There we go. And then we're going to folder.name equals leader stats. Simple like that. Now we're going to check to see if the folder has the files in there that's needed. So we're going to say files. We're going to we'll give them coins, and their level. Okay. So these are going to be inside of the player. So we need to loop through the player's leader stats folder first to see if they've got the files in there. So we're going to say for and I know how to do it, don't worry. Thank you for showing an example. Oh well, but I do know how to do it. So we're going to say for I equals So for IO in pairs folder, get children. That's not what I wanted to put. Get children. Do. Okay. And now we're going to say if o.name is, okay, we need another loop. We'll say for files. So no, so we'll do I or N P in pairs. We can always name it later on. Rename it later on. Well, I'm just trying to get myself out there, I suppose. So we're going to put files in here, and then we're going to say if o.name is equal to files p, then we can do nothing. So do nothing. Else, we need to create a folder. So we're going to say local new value. New value equals instance dot new int value. And we'll parent that to the leader stats folder. So the leader stats folder, which we just named as folder, so do folder. There we go. And then we're going to say new value dot name equals files p. Thank you very much for subscribing, and have a good night's rest. Okay, and then we're going to say we're just going to test to see if this works now. So we'll press play, and what we should see is the folders get created in the side of the player. So if it works correctly, well, we have leader stats, but we don't have the folders inside. So we need to see what's going on there. So so for so if o.name I've got these loops the wrong way around. So it needs to loop through the files first before it loops through the folder. So I'm just going to quickly change this a little bit. So if o.name, okay, so that needs to go there. I have done this before. I'm just going to see if this works. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, just going to check that so we have got the leader stats, so I'm just going to recap and see what I've actually how I did it in the past, because I have done this in the past. I'm just going to recap and see how I did it before. So I'm just going to see how I did it before, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to look at my stats handler, player handler here. Okay. So I can actually just copy this. This is something I did previous. I'm working on in the back. There's another game I'm working on. So we just copy it from here. That way it should work. So instead of wins, we can just change this now to coins. There we go. And change the name to coins. And then if we want something else, we can actually just copy this. And so we said we want wins, and we want the level. So level. There we go. Okay, so now we should have a working so we should get some our stats to appear at the top right hand side of the screen, and we should yep, there we go. We have our coins and we have our level at the top right of the screen there. So as you can see, we press play. There you go, we have our coins and we have our level at the top right there. Now if we change this value, so we go here and we go game dot players dot look dot leader stats dot level equals 500, for example. Level is not a valid member of folder. Level, maybe I put it as levels. What was it called? Let's have a look. Level. Okay. Level is not a valid member of folder. Why is that not a valid member of folder? Okay, let's try this again. Leader stats dot level. Okay, why is it saying level is not a valid member of folder? It definitely is. So we'll go game dot players dot nook dot leader stats dot level dot value equals 500. Leader stats, okay, there's a capital there. Okay, there we go. So now it says 500 at the top right there. So now if we go off of it and then come back on it, it should still say 500. There, okay. Ah, I didn't change it from the server. So we go into here, and then we go to the server side, and we change it through the server side, then it should work. So we'll change it to 500, and then press play. Okay, so that's not working. Why is that not working? So on player leave, wait. So then it's saying get data, so it's going to get the data from there. Yep. Player's service is not required there, so it can get rid of that. Okay, let's try that. See if that fixes it. So we have 200 coins. Okay. So we change that to say 800 coins, and level will change to say 150 coins, what level, whatever, and save. Press play, see if this works. So if it's worked, okay, it's not worked. Okay, let's just try this again. So local function on player added player. We'll say game dot players dot player added connect on player added. Okay, so when the player joins, okay, player joins. When we get the local data store service game get service data store service. There we go. So we got the data store service. So now we're going to create the folders. So we're going to say local. We'll say if. So we're going to have a local. We'll say directories. Directories. There we go. And then we can have. So the players folder. So we can say player. Player F for short. Equals. So inside of the players folder, and then we can have, well, for now we'll just put leader stats. So we're gonna have like a smart system. It's gonna check the players' folders to see if they have everything they need. So then we can go under here and we can say leader stats. Make sure to put a comma at the end of this. So leader stats. We'll do a capital L. Leader stats equals. I'm just trying to figure out how. So there we go. So leader stats folder. And inside of the leader stats folder, we can have coins and the levels like that. So we have two directories. So we're going to first of all check to see. So we're going to check inside the players folder. So we're going to say for I equals 1, comma, if I equals 1, comma, hashtag player get children do. Okay. Is that right? No, it's not. No, it's not right. So I'm going to say for I equals. Wait, for I. So for the I equals. Players folder. In pairs. Do player get children? Get children. Okay, there we go. Do. So we're going to say now. So we'll loop through the players folder, and we need to see if they have the required files. So we can say for I2, yeah, index 2, that makes sense. Directories dot players folder. Okay, so for we'll say PLR direct the PLR that makes sense. Player directory in pairs, and then we can do directories dot players folder get children. Oh, we can just do that actually. We don't need to get children. Do. So now we can say if players folder dot name. Wait. Players folder find first child plr directory dot name. Oh, it won't be dot. Yeah. Equal to nil. Then local new folder equals instance dot new folder, and we'll parent that to the player folder. I would say new folder dot name equals directories dot player folder comma player directory. There we go. Not comma. So brackets player directory. Okay. So we're going to test to see if that works by pressing play, and we should get a leader stats folder inside of the players folder. So, aha, we have a little bit of an issue. New folder.name, string expected got nil. We can just do players player directory. Okay. So if it works correctly, we should have a leader stats folder, but we don't. So we'll see if if player find first child. Aha. Directories dot player. Then we do player directory, and we'll just print the. We'll do print player directory so we can see what it says. Argument 1 missing or nil. Okay. So, let me think of what's going on here. So, we're going through the players folder. Right. I see where we've gone wrong. So we know what we need to do is do an end there. So we need to say if players folder dot name if trying to think scripting scripting a game, probably not the stream for you, but players folder. Just trying to think. So if I'm trying to think, man, it's hard to get like your head around the concept of it. So right, okay. So we're gonna loop through the players folder, and okay, I'm gonna make this simple for myself. I'm gonna make it simple. Right, so local folder, we'll just call it L folder, equals instance dot new folder. Parent that to the player. L folder dot name equals leader stats. Okay, simple. Then we're going to say local coins and local levels or level. So coins equals instance.new int value and parent that to the L folder. Instance.new alf int value come to the L folder. Okay, so this is what we're going to work with. So I'm going to have a function up here, above here. Local function. It'll be get data. Data to get. Okay, there we go. So we're going to say coins.name equals coins. Level.name equals level. Okay. So now we're going to say coins.value equals get. I'm trying to think. So we need to. Okay, we're going to put local key equals player dot user ID. So coins.value equals get data. Okay, and we're going to fire the key over to it and the coins dot name. Okay. So now what we're going to do is say local data equals data store service get data store data to get. Okay. So I'm going to say if data then return data get data store get data async okay. Is that right? Let me just look it up a sync Roblox. Let me see. Let me have a look and see if this is the right way I've done it. Ah. So, see if I've got it right. Aha, okay, so it's just get async, okay. So, we say just get async, async. And we said we are going to pass the key, so that's the data. So we have the key here. So we say key and data to get. Okay, and we say else return 0. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is copy this line here. Just as simple as copying it, pasting it here, changing the coins to level. Level. Okay, there we go. So that should be the data part of it. So we can now save the player's data when they leave. So we can say local function player leaving. There we go. And then we'd say game.players.player removing connect player leaving. So now all we're going to say is just put player in here, and this should be pretty simple because it should be just be set async. Okay. Okay, let me just check this. Is it? Yes, okay, so it is set async, so I'm right on that. So all we're going to do now is come down here and say for I, comma, O in pairs, and we do players player.leader stats get children do. I'm going to say data store service the local data equals get equals data store service get data store o dot name. I'm going to say if data then data set async player.user id comma data comma o dot name. So this should if we add a little bit of a weight there, this should work. So if we go and press play, we should get our stats to appear at the top right of the screen. Okay, 1 second. We have got a little bit of an issue. It says level. Okay. Level and nil. Attempt to call level a nil value. What do you mean? A nil value. Okay, level dot value equals get data key comma level dot name. This should work. Attempt to call a nil value. Hmm. Why is that being so painful? Um. That's interesting. Well, we can try it a different way, I suppose. We can do. Um. Hmm. Okay then. So I'm just trying to work this out. So we can do it. We can do this a different way. We can do level, if that makes it easier for it. Let's try that. Level a nil value. Why is okay? If data not equal to nil. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why it's doing this, but we'll work through it. So let's set this to 5 then. If that's the case, play. Huh? That is exactly. So if I get rid of this, does it still error out if I do it like this? Let's see if it works with coins, then we can work from there. Okay, so it works with coins. Okay. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me. Right now, I'm just trying to work out a problem. And yeah. So here we go. So then, so if that works, local level equals instance.new level. Sorry, int value. Parent that to the L folder. Level dot name equals level. Level dot value equals get data key comma level dot name. Okay, let's see if that works now. Okay, it works. We have been successful. We managed to fix that problem. I'm just going to give it a capital at the start now. So this should still work. Hopefully. So this should work. So as you can see, yep, we've got coins levels. Now if we were to press play, and if we were to give ourselves some levels, and let's say we give ourselves 500, and let's say we give ourselves 300 coins, for an example. You can't donate Roblox. I can't just give you Roblox, and I haven't got any anyway. I'm sorry, but anyway, so that it says it doesn't say anything there, but I think if I remember rightly, but if you do it via the when it's like actually uploaded to the online like stores and things, it works through here. So we'll try it through here, see if this works. So see, it says we have 0 coins at the top here. So if we go to if we press F9 and give ourselves some coins, so game dot players dot Ethel Nook dot leader stats. I don't think I've capitalized that, so leader stats dot level dot value equals 500. One. Okay. So why didn't that work? Let me have a look at the server output to see what ah. Okay, I'm a bit confused. So let's see if this works. So if you change their levels to 500, 550 and the coins to say 300 or something like that. Okay. And now we leave the game. Leave game. And then we join back. Okay. Why is that doing that? That is a good question. See, I've done it before, so I'm gonna see how I did it before, and then yeah, so I'm gonna see how I did it before. So okay, I've done it before, so let's see. This isn't the one I was thinking of. So let me just try and see if we can find the one I've done before. Huh. Okay, this is the same one. I didn't realize I've got 2 of them. Okay. I must have it somewhere. Um, if not, I do have okay, okay. Okay, I know what I can do. So I do have a model where I've actually fixed this myself. So if you want to find this, you can do. So I'm just going to find out my my thing. Where is it? Where have I put it? My packages. There we go. There we go. Automatic stat saving system. So there we go. I have got. So we're just going to do everything it says. So step 1, place player stat setup in server script service. So there we go. And place that in server storage. Okay. Place it in server storage. Okay. And then we can delete everything else. So if we go into the player stat setup, so now we can just do this. So we can just say name, so coins equals instance.new int value, coins.name equals coins, and then we can also parent that to the player, so the ls folder. Say coins.value equals player stat stores get stat player comma stat name. So we can say coins dot name. So we should be able to now continue. So if we do this, we can now just change this to levels, level, 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 level. This should now be working. Now, if I remember rightly, it doesn't work in the studio. So see what it says, we've got coins and level. So we go to here and then we go to, yeah, we get errors in the studio, but see coins, if we set them to 800, level we set that to say 200. Okay, stop. Now if we go back onto it, it shouldn't say it, but if we go to the if we start a server and then give me a second. Okay, so if we go into the players folder and now we change their value of coins to say 400, and the level to say 20, and then we get them to leave the game. So let them to leave the game, and then start up another game. So you should see that they should. Okay, why have they done this? Ah, because this is player 2. Right. But if we go ahead and press start again, here we go. As you can see, when it loads properly, we set the coins to 400, and then the level to 20. So there you go. So I'm going to leave this off here. So if you want to see more of this in the future, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications on, and I'll see you guys in a future upload or video.